In this tutorial in Cyberlink Power Director, I'd like to show you how to work with colors when it comes to motion graphic titles. Now, some of the things we are going to look at apply to colors anywhere in Cyberlink Power Director. So if you're not interested in motion graphic titles, some of these tips will help you when you're working with color in another place. We have a video on the screen. It's a promotion for a canoe expedition, and when I play the middle of the intro here, you see we have some more animated titles of a phone number coming in, and I would like to put one more title in and make it a motion graphic title. How do I do that? I go to my title room in the upper left corner, and then I'm going to search for my titles. I can go through all the submenus if I want, but if you found something you like, and what I like to do is have a little notebook I jot down some things I like to use. And this one is called Modern number 19. So all I have to do is click up here, and then I can type in Modern 19. Now here's a tip. If you've ever done a search, it will save the search. If you want to remove the search, you simply click the X and it will remove it. So I'm going to search for Modern 19 like I typed it in. And since it matches perfectly, it's the first thing on the list. So let's take that and drag that down to a higher numbered track. And now I have my new title. Now, one of the things I don't like about the program is it brings the title in full screen. It's hard to resize it. But if you click on the Edit button when it's highlighted, you have the scale that you can change. So I'm going to scale it down. Now I can grab a corner or the side. I can make it smaller yet. I can move it around, change the location of it. And that's how I like to be able to handle my titles. First thing I do is rescale it using the controls. Now, when it comes to color, it's very easy to identify the color of the words, because if I look here, I have a text one called Easy to Use. I'll just call this River Fun. And I can change the color by clicking on the color box. Also, I can change the font, other kinds of things, but we're focusing on color here. Now, in the color box, we have some very important controls. This tells you in hexadecimal the color, so it's bright white and RGB value 255 for all three. One of the things I want to do is I want to match this to something that's already on the screen as part of my other title, or I could use part of the background. So let's use our color picker, which is a powerful tool. I'll click on that. And now let's try something like these light trees here. Wherever you hover, that's going to be the color. I'll click on that. I kind of like that. Now, if I want to use that anywhere else in this motion graphic title or anywhere else, what I need to do is select from one of these. You can select from a brand kit if you use them, or the basic colors are already there. So I have selected custom colors. Now, if I want to use this anywhere, anytime, all I do is click on plus. And now I have it saved here as well. I'm going to click on OK. And now River Fun matches my trees back here. Now, we could do the same thing with new title. I'm just going to click on that and we'll change this fantastic. And there we go. So I don't like that color again. I want to match it with something else. Let's match it with canoe. I'll click on the color, use my color picker again. I want something that will really stand out, so it's got to be a lighter green here. Now, if I don't like it quite the same, I can change the intensity by sliding this up or down. And click on OK. And there we have it. Now, the complicated ones with some of these motion graphic titles is the graphics. Now, the graphics are controlled by something called graphic group. And I have 4 different ones. What controls what? Here's how I work it out. I'm going to click on one of them, the left one, and I'll make it hot pink. And immediately I see what element is controlled by that color. I don't think I want hot pink here, but I do want something on the screen already. Let's take a blue like this. I'm going to save it. By the way, if you want to delete any of these, you right click on it and choose delete. I won't do that now. Now I have that saved as a color. I'll click on OK. Now I want to find the matching one on the left. Is it the next one? Well, I'll use my hot pink test here now. No, it's not. It's this element here. What color do I want that element? Well, let's say I want it to be maybe a very dark blue. We'll select that one, and I will, or I could pick it off of my basic color list here if I wanted to use one of these, but I'll go back to my custom color and I'll choose this, make this a custom by clicking the plus, and so I have that one set. Now the nice thing about this is if I want to match the other two, I already have the tones I like. So let's click on the next one over. I'll try my hot pink test. Oh, it's this one again. So this is going to be here, so I know they match. Click on OK. Then I'll take the last element and hot pink. Yeah, that's the one that it is. And I'll take this darker blue here and click on OK. So it's a really nice tool. Now the nice thing is, if I'm going to edit anything else in the project, I still have these color pickers available. So that would be that one. Let me delete that, and I want to show you a slightly different application of color when it comes to motion graphic titles. So I'm going to click on that and we'll delete it. And I want to pick another one. The one I want to pick now is also one I've selected before. It's Super Sale '09. I'll take this and drag this down, but we'll put it on our track. And then we're going to click on the edit button and we're going to change the size of it. I scaled it down and I can tweak it on the screen. I like this. I can even tilt it a little more, or I can make it so that's level and this is crooked, however I want to do it. Now the yellow doesn't work. Now you notice I have 4 groups here. So I have 4 graphics that are color. What controls what again? Well, let's click on this yellow and I'll use my hot pink test. Oh, this is the one I want to change. So I could match maybe the blue here. Well, if I want to do that, I can just click here. That's too dark. That's a little better. And if I want to adjust it, of course, I can, but that gives me something to start with. Maybe I want to try that. No, that's not good. Let's go with this one. And click on OK. Now I have another yellow graphic. That means somewhere in this there is another yellow graphic. Now the problem is you might not see it on every frame. Here it is. This is the thing that spins around my colors. Okay, what color do I want that? Do I want that to be a yellow? Now I think I want it to be green. So I'm going to click on that, and I don't have a green up here yet, but I'm going to match the one over here and save it. Click on OK, and now the thing that will spin around is green. And let's see, so I think I have the colors I like. Let's see what it looks like. So it's a little more matched to what I want to do with my project. Now here's a bonus tip for those of you who are users of PowerDirector 365. There is a new element above your timeline that allows you to adjust the toolbar when you're editing anything. So if I click here or back up on the video, I have edit. Now it's context sensitive, so when I click here, it will allow me to choose the icons I want to show or not show. If I don't want the speech to text, I can turn that off. If I don't want the additional markers or the keyframe controls or the delete, if I prefer using keyboard controls for some of these or other elements, this is where I can add and remove these. And if you want to reset it to factory default, you just click here. I'll click on apply. I'm going to see a slightly different selection of tools available in the bar, because this controls now how you can customize your toolbar above the timeline. That's a nice feature that's just been added to PowerDirector 365.